It's crazy, man. Go ahead.
My name is Joshua Walker Thomas, and this is my senior project reflection. Um, I think the hardest part of my senior project was being persistent and actually keeping up with the journals. I think the journals had to be the hardest part because they give you, so we'd have our D block, which we had senior project and college research every other day, so they were giving us these deadlines with all the stuff we had to do, and still they'll keep the journals behind us. So they'll say we need 1,000 words in our journal this week, and 2,000 in our word in this week. But at the same time, we still have to work on like panel presentation or product presentation or getting our community service done. So there's a lot of things coming at you at once. But I think this process is beneficial because it gives you an idea of how to like balance everything out. So I think this project is gonna be really beneficial because a lot of people probably don't have the skill that we possess now. We know how to write a research paper. We know about APA and MLA format. We know how to correctly cite things because plagiarism that's a huge issue. Our principal just talked about it to us the other day, so it's a big issue. But my topic is gun violence, more over preventing gun violence, and my question is: does the government have a role in decrease gun control? So what that means is in more towards the areas that are in poverty, does the government have an effect on why the homicide and suicide rate is so much higher in these more poverty areas than the richer areas? Because honestly, I would think that the people with more money are capable to have more guns and get better guns than people with less money who paying all this money for these guns just go out there and kill somebody. So my real reasoning for even doing this project is because my friend, he part of my team, as I called it, his cousin was killed due to gun violence, and after going to the funeral and just seeing so many tears on their faces and hearing his father speak, it like I was so empathetic to it. Like I don't want anybody to ever feel like they should lose their child that way when no life deserves to be taken. But I think the easy part, I think this was the easy part, like actually doing my reflection, because looking back, I think if I would have did it any differently, I wouldn't have learned as much as I did. But I'm happy that I did learn everything that I needed, even though I really didn't want to do this at first, because off of the last year seniors, I expected to have the whole year to do the project, but as we came in 2013-2014 school year, we ended up only having half the year, and by the second semester is that deadline. So we really had to get things moving over the summer. And honestly, I never really had to do any work over the summer besides like summer reading. But my community service, that probably made me like the most happy to support my cause, because we got to meet the Sandy Hook Elementary kids. There was a few different organizations down there, and the organization that me and Stefan and my other best friends were in was called Mothers United Against Violence, MUAV, and they marched pretty frequently just to stop gun violence. So in the march, we were marshals, so we kept everybody in place, but there was about, I would say, 400 to 500 crosses on this fence that all represented a fallen soldier or just a fallen citizen who fell due to gun violence. And the crazy part is, the person, one of my friends who was sitting right next to me, he had just got shot the other day. So that was a pretty amazing sight to see, and especially to see Sandy Hook. That was even crazier. Somebody came in there and just really massacred all their kids. So I really wanted to get deeper into what is going on and how things happen. So I started understanding that the government does have a role in everything, because government controls where all the money goes. All the worst violence, like Chicago and like New Haven, all the worst violence happens in the poorer areas. So that's where I really wanted to find. So then I started finding things that they could do in my research paper, and now if you talk to me, I could probably tell you anything that you wanted to know. But I'm happy that I went through this, and good luck to you to seniors next year.